Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dr. Janine Show. I'm so happy to have you all here today. Please say hello and where you are watching from today. I always encourage our new folks to come on in and watch this show, so welcome on in. If you're here for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure that you are following. Okay, what are we talking about today in the show? We're talking about eye health and cataracts, and this is really an important conversation, talking about what we can do naturally, as well as tips for better sleep. I know a lot of people struggle with their sleep, and it's so important for your overall health, so we're going to talk about that. We're also talking about POMC. What is that? We'll go into that just a little bit, as well as milk thistle for healthy liver function and for liver detox. So you know that I'm big on detox, so we're talking about liver detox, and also a great exercise, how to boost up our cheekbones, the muscles here. We're going to be going into the beauty set for that. I'm so excited for today's show. Now, if you were here last week, maybe you missed it. We did talk about the health benefits of having a pet. We also talked about how to reduce our cortisol levels and our stress and our adrenals, and why we should not be eating after dark. We also talked about PCOS symptoms and tips last week as well. So it was a jam-packed week last week. This week it's going to be so much fun as well. Hello, Machiavello TV. Ciao, nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in from Italy today. Olga in Miami, thank you for tuning in. And JCD is it from Germany. Fariyog in Sweden. Hello. Okta in Uzbekistan. Hello. Albi's Cradle. Hello. Nice to see you. SK Ferretti in Brooklyn, New York. Hello. Buki Bello in the UK. Wow. From all over the world today. This is amazing. Like we do every week, of course. Dominique in Slovakia. Thank you for tuning in today. And Gentle TK in UK. Hello. Just Vula in Greece. Susan in Seattle. Partha Sek in India. Hello, Marion in Jamaica. Da Mexican in North Carolina. Thanks for tuning in. G-Nuts in Los Angeles. Itzme in Dubai. Robert from Sarasota, Florida. Hello. Bailey's in South Africa, or sorry, Switzerland maybe. I just put you on a different part of the world, sorry. And a bunch of people from India here. Halifax in the house. Anuja, hello. Whites in Singapore. Thank you for tuning in. Renee in North Carolina. Wow, we have Lisa in Vermont. Hello, nice to have you here. Thank you for tuning in the Philippines, in Michigan, Songbird as well. 80 in the US, and Sukibhogel, did I say that right, in London? Nice to have you here. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, and Joanne from Atlanta, Supreme 5% from Germany. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Vanessa, John Smith, John Smith in Tennessee. Nice to have you here. Thrillionaire from San Diego, California. Nice to have you here. Sophonius in Ethiopia. Hello. Barbara from Boca Raton, Florida. Great to have you here. I hope it's nice and sunny there. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. It's great to have you here. Now let's start with our discussion on cataracts. I've got 3 tips for cataracts in the eyes, which of course is the clouding of the lens of the eye. So of course the lens should be nice and clear, and this is what helps to focus the light in through our eyes to the back of the eye so that our brain can then interpret what we're looking at. Now, if we have a cataract, there's a clouding of the lens of the eye, and this is often sort of yellowish in tinge, in color, in that cataract, in that clouding of the lens of the eye. Now, why do you think that might be? Let's look at my tips. So the first tip is wearing blue light blocking glasses. And if we look at the very yellow ones, which they seem to be, we're gonna grab them in just a second, the very yellow ones or the more amber ones are going to counteract that blue light. So for instance, these ones are slightly yellow tinged that I usually wear day to day. These ones are very yellow tinged. And it may be that these blue light blocking glasses are actually more important than sunglasses. And the reason being, based on some research now, 460 nanometer light which is blue light. So that blue light spectrum, very damaging to the lens of the eye for causing cataracts. So that's really, really important. And this is at that wavelength, the 460 nanometers, they have found is the most damaging in terms of forming those cataracts. Now, where do we get blue light from? Of course, all of our devices, all our screens that we look at all day, as well as the artificial lights that we have in our homes, in our offices. So this becomes very important to protect your eyes, especially for cataracts, with wearing your blue light blocking glasses when you're under artificial light. Okay, number 2 is to consider taking some lutein and zeaxanthin. Now, there's certain foods have lutein and zeaxanthin, such as kale would be one food, but also you can actually take it in a concentrated supplement. And this is what the research shows. So dietary factors like the lutein and the zeaxanthin are very potent antioxidants and may contribute to the reduction in the risk of these degenerative eye diseases. So this is really important in terms of protecting the lens of the eye. There are over 400 different carotenoids that live, so these antioxidants that are naturally occurring in plants. And for instance, the African marigold is a beautiful plant that gives us a high concentration of the lutein and the zeaxanthin, and only 2 of them concentrate in the eyes, and of course it's the lutein and the zeaxanthin. So that is really important for protecting your eyes against cataracts. Okay, number 3 on my list is bilberry. So Vaccinia myrtillus is our Latin name, and the administration in this study of bilberry led to a decrease in the oxidative stress in the lens, so that's where the cataract forms, tissues and DNA damage induced by UVB radiation in the lens of the Wistar rat. So yes, UV can have an impact again, and in this rat study, unfortunately, those poor little rats, when they checked their lenses of their eyes, that was the bilberry as a herbal medicine, which is something that I actually take daily as well in combination with the lutein and zeaxanthin to help to protect the lens of the eyes. All right, so let's continue now. I do want to talk a little bit about sleep. Please say hello, and hey, if you're here for the first time, please make sure that you are following. North Star, thank you for the follow. I have Wings, thank you for the follow. Estelle, thank you for sharing today's live. Hey, if everyone can share like Estelle just did, I truly appreciate it, and it's so great when we have new people coming to this show, and I appreciate you. So of course we do the show, and I'm Dr. Janine, naturopathic doctor. We have a live show every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you for tuning in today. For whatever reason you caught the show, we have so many different topics. We play for prizes as well, so I'm going to explain that. We have a fill in the blanks coming up today. We have quiz questions coming up. We're playing for the Vita Detox from our great friends at VitaTree Nutritionals, of course, the sponsor of the show. All right, and let's continue. Now, what are some things that we should never do in terms of our sleep? So if you struggle with sleep, insomnia, there are certain things that we should never do before bed especially, and let's go through my list of 5 things that we shouldn't do if we're trying to fall asleep. Okay, number 1, we shouldn't take over-the-counter sleep aids. Why? Well, are they really working at the fundamental level as to why we can't sleep in the first place? Probably not. And then there's an addictive quality and a hangover effect that can happen with a lot of conventional ways of treating sleep disorders. So it's not one of the things that I recommend. Okay, number 2, never take melatonin. So I want you to put a 1 in the comments if you know somebody who takes melatonin, you take melatonin, or you've been suggested to take melatonin. If you're honest and brave enough to put it in the comments, please put, and this could be in the past as well, that you've tried melatonin. Put a 1 in the comments, please, because I know this is very, very common, yet very dangerous to take melatonin supplements. They're touted as something natural that, you know, it's great even for children. It's suggested that they take small doses of melatonin when they can't sleep, which blows my mind. I think it's one of the most dangerous things that can actually be done. I have a bunch of videos and content on why you should never, ever, ever, in my opinion, of course, take a melatonin supplement. Okay, this is exactly what I expected. A bunch of people, either taking it, you know, someone who has tried it, who is taking it, maybe you're actively taking it right now. Well, please look at my content on the dangers of melatonin supplements. It can be very damaging to your eyes. And since I posted that video and it went somewhat viral probably about 1.5 years ago, in the comments, it was incredible to me how many people were, also saying that yes, they had experienced a lot of eye damage or retinal detachment from taking, and they didn't make that connection until they saw my video with taking a melatonin supplement. So it's probably something that you want to do a lot more research on if you are actively now taking a melatonin supplement. Okay, so that's something I do not recommend for good sleep. Number 3, do not eat carbs before bed, okay? That's going to spike your blood glucose levels. You can't properly release and secrete your melatonin when your blood glucose and your insulin levels are high, okay? It just doesn't work. So that's one thing. If you're that person, a carbaholic, you have to have your carbs. It helps you sleep. Maybe not so much, because you might fall asleep, but then you're going to maybe be waking up or not getting into that deep REM sleep. So you're not having that restorative and detoxifying sleep, which is so important, okay? Thank you so much for hitting that share button. I truly appreciate everybody who's here today. Make sure that you are following, you are subscribed. Let's continue with my list. Don't forget, this is a very interactive show, so if you're here for the first time, thank you, Hutch, for sharing. Love that. This is a very interactive show, and also shared the live. T, thank you for sharing as well. Awesome to have you all here. Okay, so this is important because we're going to be doing some quiz questions, and that's coming up in just a second. So you might win a prize today, and I'm going to announce last week's winner in just a second. Okay, let's go to number 4. Okay, so blue light, so you don't want to be on your screens before bed. And if you absolutely have to be on a screen or you're working, maybe you are a night shift worker, then blocking that blue light so you're not messing up your circadian biology, your circadian rhythms, and of course your eye health as well. We just talked about cataracts if you're just tuning in. Really important that you're blocking that blue light. So these are sort of my daylight ones. These ones I use as well when I'm on screens a lot. And then of course I have the very dark red ones right before bed. The lens of the glasses are a dark red color, and that's going to block 100% of that blue light so I can fall asleep very quickly. Very, very important before bed. Okay, and don't drink alcohol. So a lot of people actually think that alcohol is going to sort of calm down the nervous system and help to put them to sleep. However, you won't get into that deep, restful sleep, depending, of course, how much alcohol you have in your system. Not really recommended, because that's what the studies show, is that you don't have a deep and restorative sleep when you've got alcohol in your system. All right, I hope you love that list. Maybe you don't, some of you. Maybe you got to change a few things potentially, but we're going to be talking about tips for better sleep a little bit later in the show. But first, I left you with a cliffhanger last week. So for those of you who were here and you did some of your research, some of your homework from last week's show, we're going to talk a little bit about POMC. Okay, so let's take a look and see what this is all about. So it's more of a lesson than me quizzing you, but what is POMC? What does it stand for? It stands for pro-opio-melanocortin. Okay, POMC, everybody got it? Who did their homework? Put it one in the comments if you did your homework on POMC. You know a little bit. I'm just going to give it to you in small bite size every show for the next little while. Little bite size pieces of what this is about, because it can be a little bit complicated and I really want to make it simple for you. Anybody did? No? Safrina, you didn't do your homework? That's all right. Okay, so I'm just going to break this down for you really quickly. Okay, so pro in terms of POMC means pre. So it is kind of like a precursor to other things. Okay, so that's what the pro means. Now, opio. Now, what does that sound like? Opio. What could this be related to? Anybody? What could this be related to? Opio. Anybody? T says F, no. Reina, nobody did their homework? Oh my goodness, Frozen's mad. Dawn, you forgot as well. That's okay, I'm here to teach. It's all right, it's all right. Yes, Elsie Castles, you're right. What does this sound like? Yes, exactly, T, yeah, exactly. Opioids. Okay, so this is part of POMC, okay? And POMC, it's a precursor polypeptide. It has 241 different amino acid residues. You don't need to know that, but POMC breaks down to important things, okay? And POMC is very much related to leptin. So you've heard me talk a little bit about leptin before. Sunlight exposure, that's where we're going with this, okay? So POMC, pre-opioids. So opioids, you're correct. So okay, so this is like feel good and happy. Let's put a heart there. Happy, shiny people. There we go. Okay, so pro-opio. Now what is melano? What does melano sound like? What does that sound like? Anybody? Melano? Milano, does it sound like anything? Something that I talk about a lot in terms of getting natural sunlight exposure. Orbisi girl, almost, no T, almost. Yes, Cheryl Jean, she's got it. Anybody else? TD Lulu, yes, yes, yes. Exactly. So some people are going in a different direction. Robbie Hall's World, yes, good. Music Addict, yes, melanin. So melanin. So melanin, what does that mean? That means tan, getting a tan. Okay, so sunlight exposure. You see how this is kind of coming together? And this is all we're going to do today. And cortin. So what does cortin mean? If you have studied physiology a little bit, we talked a little bit about something like this last week, remember, with stress, the adrenal glands. Anybody else has the answer? What could cortin be related to? Raina, yes, you've got it. Very good. Anybody else? Yes? Okay, we've got it. Yes, everybody's saying cortisol. Right, so cortisol. And the adrenal cortex, there we go, which secretes, of course, so this is adrenals. Now, do you see how POMC might be important for what's happening with our physiology? And remember, it's related to leptin, it's related to the sun. Okay, so that's all I want you to know. Remember to do your homework. So do a little bit of reading on POMC for next week, okay? Because it is a precursor to a bunch of other things, all right? There we go, that's all you need to know. All right, so guess what time it is? It is quiz time. So this is an official quiz question now. We play for different quiz questions. If you're here for the first time, we have a few quiz questions throughout the show, but you can win a prize, all right? All you have to do is answer correctly or even incorrectly. As long as you're participating, we gather everybody who participates. As long as you put a comment in, we take all of those people and then we put it into a random selector and we randomly select our winner every week, okay? Make sure you are following Team Dr. Janine, you're following me as well in order to be our lucky winner. I will also be announcing last week's winner. Okay, this week we are playing for the Vita Detox from our great friends at Vita Tree Nutritionals, of course, whole food vitamins. All right, is everybody ready? You're gonna have 30 seconds on the clock once you see that question come up. The first one is a true or false. Super easy. I think everybody should get this right. All right, here we go. And we'll see who's tuning in late. All right, and maybe you don't know the answer. Okay, true or false? Taking melatonin supplements is good for your sleep. Like it's a good thing to do. Question. All right, everybody get your answers in now. You got about 22 seconds. All right, about 10 seconds left now. Everybody get your answers in. Good job. I just see a few correct. Of course, this is based on what we learned here at the show. All right, yes, awesome. Okay, everybody got your answers in? Mike, that's kind of funny, all of the above. All right, we're ready? Yes, let's reveal, of course, it is false. Can be very, very damaging to the eyes, and I like that some of you actually put that into your answers as well. Very, very good. All right, now let's continue, and we're going to talk a little bit. Oh, actually, no, I want to announce last week's winner, and that was of the Vita Tree Stress and Sleep Formula, and the winner was Carm W11. Congratulations, Carm. All right. Make sure throughout the show, my team Dr. Janine, may be answering some of those comments. So yeah, give them a shout out as well. Fantastic team behind the scenes, of course, that works to help to bring the show to life every single week. All right, now we do have a fill in the blanks coming up in just a second. But first I want to talk a little bit about liver detoxification. So I'm just going to grab the liver here quickly. Now we know that a healthy liver does not look like this and has fatty deposits. There is a certain herbal medicine that I love, and it's called Milk Thistle, Salibum marianum, that is a powerful antioxidant. It has anti-inflammatory effects, and it's an antifibrotic as well. The active component is silymarin, and of the silymarin, 50 to 70% of that is called silibin. so it's kind of a funny name, silly bin. And that is what has the highest degree of biological activity for helping to detox that liver, which I absolutely love. Now, when we look, do we have a picture of the milk thistle? Okay, here we go. So this is what it looks like. So that is the milk thistle, herbal medicine, saliva Marianum. It's a fantastic plant. Now, not only does it help with the health of healthy liver cells, helps to regenerate healthy liver cells as well. So very, very important. Well, let's go through some of the attributes. There's 10 big benefits of that milk thistle. All right, so let's look at number 1. So it is hepatoprotective, meaning it protects the liver and makes sure that the liver is functioning optimally. We know that the liver is a huge detox organ, so our blood filters through our liver. And if you take any type of medication, pharmaceutical, of course, it needs to be conjugated and usually broken down through the liver, then it goes to usually the kidneys as well. So our liver health, our liver function is super, super important. Think of all the environmental toxins that we have as well. Another reason that we have to take care of our liver health. Okay, another benefit of milk thistle, it's a potent antioxidant, so it fights against free radical damage, which is important for liver health as well. Number 3, it's a powerful anti-inflammatory. And number 4, it helps to regulate cellular permeability. So it's a membrane stabilizer. This becomes important in terms of proper liver function. And hey, does everybody know where their liver goes on their body? I hope so. I don't have Lucy to be able to cheat. Actually, her liver's missing. Isn't that funny? Okay, so where's your liver? Left or right side of your body? I want everybody to point to where your liver is. I can't see you, but is it on, where is it? Pasky's got it right. Left or right side? Where is your liver, everyone? Where is it? No, dry herb voter. Unfortunately, I hope your liver is not on that side. Bibi, I hope it's not on that side either. Everybody's got it? Your liver, yes, is on your right side. So I may be flipped on your screens, of course, but your liver is on your right side underneath your right rib cage, okay? All right, good. Let's go to number 5. It helps with liver regeneration. So milk thistle, you can actually regrow your liver, and milk thistle helps to do that, all right? So helping to regrow healthy liver cells. It also is interesting, number 6, is that it helps with your kidney function as well. And it may even help with regenerating healthy kidney cells. So yes, this is really important for you to know. Number 7, milk thistle also is hypolipidemic, so helps with, anti-atherosclerosis activities, so helps to decrease, those fatty deposits, which is important, of course, for healthy blood flow through the arteries. Number 8, and it protects, of course, our cardiovascular health. Number 9, it also may prevent insulin resistance, so helping, and they did some research in people with cirrhosis of the liver, so the milk thistle was actually beneficial to help with balancing blood glucose levels and insulin resistance, so that's important. And number 10, helps in preventing Alzheimer's again, and it's something that you wouldn't necessarily think, because we always think of milk thistle as a liver, but also for kidneys, but also for brain health as well. So great attributes about protecting our liver with that herbal medicine. It's actually something that I take as part of a full body detox. It's in combination with other herbal medicines. You know that I love talking about detox. We're going to talk a little bit about an oil that we can do a pack with, okay? Fill in the blanks is coming up in just a second. But I do want to shout out my viewer spotlight of the week, and this is from Eva R. Thank you so much. And you said, hello and thank you once again. You are so motivating to keep us in our best health. Much thanks. Thank you so much, Eva. I truly appreciate all of your positive feedback. Everybody is the best here. Hey, if you're new here, please put on one of the comments. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you are following. And I love the fact that everybody's interactive. I think everybody's nice and awake for the Dr. Janine Show, and you're in there, you're commenting. I truly appreciate all the likes that are coming in as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So hit that like button or double tap or whatever that may be. Thanks for all the new followers. There's a ton of new followers, new people watching today. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. We do this every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Dr. Janine Show tomorrow. So on Wednesdays at 1 p.m., it's a little bit different timing. Tomorrow, please tune in. If you do have questions that come up throughout the show, I can't always get to questions during the live on Tuesdays. Please tune in tomorrow so that you can answer our questions there. And it's interesting, the last few weeks, the questions that were coming in the Q&A were phenomenal and amazing. We were able to touch on different topics of things, and at the same time, time, I like to bring everything back together in terms of why and how we can live more naturally, and of course, really get at the root cause as to why some people have certain issues going on in their body. All right, let's go to our fill in the blanks. Is everybody ready for this? I'm super excited about this. Okay, it's something that we've talked about in the show before, but again, I just kind of wanted to revisit it, and it is a popular thing. It's a popular thing that, you know, people are doing. All right, so a pack can be made with, let's see, is it, I don't think it's too hard. What kind of oil are we talking about? Pasky, yes, you're very quick. Mariano, yeah, Bahich, of course, awesome. You're doing this weekly. I love it. Tisha, Nadia, okay, I've got a lot of good answers here. Mandy, Kathy, Mary, Sarah, excuse me, Trisha, Addie, Anton, Dawn, Steph. All right, yes, okay, good. So, excuse me, of course, Castor oil, and can be placed where? Over the abdomen and liver. Now, what oil is from the, and I'm looking for the actual name of the plant here. So, of course, what's the next? Yes, of course, everybody's got this. Castor oil is from the Ricinus. What, does anybody know the Latin name for this? Oh my goodness, Sarah, love this. Okay, Sarah already has the answer. That was quick. Good job. Anybody else? Anybody else? Sarah is the only one who has it. Okay, waiting on a couple more people. No, Sarah's the only one so far who has it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. So communists. So that is plant, and the active component is, what's the active component of castor oil? Does anybody know? Okay. It's a type of acid. Anybody else have this? All right. Anybody else? Okay. Okay, it's something that we've talked about before. Ricinoleic acid. Okay, the pack can help to increase what type of flow? Good try, everyone. As long as you're trying, it's okay. Yeah, we got it. Oh yeah, we did have it there. That was great. Tisha had the right answer. Good job. Good job. I saw your answer late as I was writing down. Okay, what does it help to increase? What type of flow? Yes, Raina, Lisa Marie, Double Blues, Orbit Girl, Blue Sky. You've got it. Platinum, Magnolia, Omar's. Yes, good job. Sunshine Mumsy. Hello. Cheryl Jean. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Bahich. Yes, Galia. Teresa has it correct. Blue-eyed lady. Eva has it. Hello, hello. Thanks for tuning in. All right, great. Teresa as well. Okay, so blood flow. So that's one of the great things, is that it helps to increase circulation. And, okay, this is, you can put a few answers here. So what would that be? So helps increase blood flow. What else can it help to do? Anything else, of course. All right, good job. Anybody else? Thank you. Dennis, thank you for the follow. Great to have you here. And if everybody wants to hit that share button, that would be great as well. Thank you. I appreciate all of you that are here today. Althea, nice to have you here. Thanks for tuning in. Anybody else have this answer? Okay, what else can it do? We've talked about this before. Yes, exactly. Mary Moore, now it's all coming in. Yeah, I see your answers now. There was a bit of a delay maybe. Okay, so Deb Suma, love that. Okay, perfect. So helps with detox is probably my favorite thing to talk about here, but helps with circulation, helps with lymphatic drainage, lymphatic flow, which is amazing as well. Okay, so great job. And guess what time it is? Okay, it's quiz question number 2 time. So if you've just tuned in, you're new and you're here for the first time, this is something that we do every show, and we have so much fun. So we're playing for a prize. So this is the Vita Detox from our great friends at VitaTree Nutritionals. We thank them for making the show possible, that I can come and teach you every week, and we have a lot of fun here. All right, so, and I will be announcing the winner from today's show, I'm going to be announcing next week. All right, is everybody ready? Okay, here we go. Name a healthy attribute of milk thistle. What can it help with? We just went through a list of 10 different things before. Just pick one. If you've got more answers than one, then put them in the comment section. Okay. Okay, so 15 seconds left. Nice. Wow. I see multiple answers here. I like that, Tressie. Good job. All right. And I hope some of this is new information because a lot of people know about the liver function for milk thistle. Not everybody knows about, of course, the kidney health. And I see a lot of you are putting that in, so I'm so glad about that. All right, so yes, so let's go through the list really quickly. Can protect your kidney health, so renal protection, hypolipidemic, so decreases those blood fats, our cardiovascular protection, prevents insulin resistance, Alzheimer's prevention. I don't think I saw anybody, yes, brain health housekeeping by Lisa, perfect. Antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, cell permeability regulators, and liver regeneration. So good job, everyone. Amazing attributes of that milk thistle. All right, now we're gonna go over here and I'm gonna talk a little bit about, well, first, we're gonna be going back into the beauty set a couple times. I'm gonna be talking about how to boost up your cheekbones or the look of these muscles here. It helps to lift your face. But first, let's go over here and talk a little bit about the benefits of castor oil now and doing maybe a castor oil pack. And that's something that we've talked about on the show before. And I'm going to show you a little information, a little bit about a study that was done in terms of belly fat and castor oil and how you can blast that away. So that's interesting as well. But making those castor oil packs can be really, really helpful. And of course, using it on different parts of the body, not always just on a pack, has different attributes of that Ricinus communis plant that we just talked about in the fill in the blanks. Okay. So let's talk about some of the benefits of castor oil. Number one, it is a natural painkiller. So it's pain relieving. It's also a natural anti-inflammatory. So if you've got an injury, so let's say you rolled your ankle, you did something to your knee or your hip or your hand or your elbow, tennis elbow, this is something that you can actually just rub the castor oil right on the area, and it can be a little bit sticky. So depending, just keep that in mind if you are getting into bed or you've got, clothing, like good clothing on, you don't want to do that. But yeah, this can be really beneficial as a natural painkiller, natural anti-inflammatory. Okay, number two can also help to control, number two is it's anti-inflammatory, sorry. Number three then helps to control fluid retention. So yeah, so this is really important because again, it's helping to stimulate liver and maybe kidney function as well, depending on where you're putting that pack, can be really detoxifying, which is amazing. And if you tend to hold on to extra water weight, and this is one of the reasons it might be helping with weight loss as well, may help to just flush things through the kidneys more efficiently. Okay, number four, increases that heat and circulation. So that another way to be able to have, that anti-inflammatory effect is often to bring some more blood flow to the area so that your body can actually deal with that inflammatory process. Not always, we don't always have to go to cold, especially if it's a chronic. So usually in the moment, if you've done something acutely, you've injured yourself, that's usually ice. But then after time, you want to have those abilities of the heat to move in with the castor oil. Helps to increase that circulatory function, which is amazing for tissue repair. Okay, number five is it's very detoxifying, which is amazing, and that's why we do the castor oil pack. So really a quick tip how to do that. You're going to get some cotton, saturate your cotton. Okay, and you can actually purchase it usually in the health food store or online, like an actual castor oil pack, and it's the right type of material. So you're gonna saturate that with a good castor oil that's in a glass container, ideally. You're gonna saturate that, and then you're gonna put it over your abdomen. Now cover as much territory landscape as you can, and that's going to be really great. Now what I like to do if I'm doing this at bedtime is I'll do a waist trainer, and it's all stuck together, but I'll put the castor oil right on the abdomen, and then I apply the waist trainer. Now this is something that you can also do for belly fat, and we do have that recipe behind me. So this was actually done in a study, that I had to work to translate because I was so compelled to find the answer as to what were the specific essential oils used for targeting belly fat. So in this study, is this the one? Yeah, okay, aromatherapy massage on abdominal fat and body image in postmenopausal women. And there were certain essential oils that they talked about. So ylang ylang, cypress, grapefruit oil, were used in combination. They used a grapeseed oil as well as castor oil, and applied that, of course, to the abdomen, and also doing regular massage therapy. Here's the recipe. So a 1/4 cup of castor oil, 10 drops of grapefruit, 1 drop of ylang ylang, and 5 drops of cypress essential oil. So those can usually be purchased online in the health food stores. Just make sure it's a higher quality essential oil. If you can get the organic ones, that's going to be better for you. And you're going to mix that in a glass resealable jar and place that, of course, on the abdomen. You can rub on the abdomen, and then you can put your pack on top, and then you can sort of seal it with the waist trainer and sleep with that on overnight. It is amazing for belly fat, I'm just going to say. All right, so that's amazing. Now, I'm not saying that it's not a good thing to have some belly fat, as women especially. I believe we need to have a little bit, okay? That's really important for balancing our hormones. But also, you know, if you've got too much and you want to sort of fast track what you're doing with your proper light exposure, getting out in the sun, and doing your weight loss, whatever you're doing to fix your leptin signaling and, you know, your environment, this can be a way just to have a little bit of gratification more quickly with doing the castor oil pack to blast away some of that extra belly fat. I hope that helps. I hope you love that. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you. Small changes. Ylang ylang was so good that they named it twice. Isn't that so true? I love that. That is amazing, an amazing point. Thank you so much, small changes. Love that. Okay. Now I do want to say thank you to all my super fans. I see those hearts coming through, and I know that you're the live as well. So I truly appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for all of your support of my channel, and of course everything that I do and all the content that I create. All right, with my team, it's not just me. Trust me, it's not just me. It takes a village to create the amount of content that we do, and I truly appreciate that you appreciate everything that we do here. All right, now let's continue talking about 9 tips for a good night's sleep. We do have our final quiz question. We'll be coming up in just a moment as well, so stay tuned for that. All right. Let's go with all my tips now for getting that good night's sleep. That's how we opened up the show, talking about the things we shouldn't be doing, but here's some of the things that we should be. Okay, number 1, we want to get that morning sunlight in our eyes. So seeing that sunrise and doing it for as little as 2 to 5 minutes. You just want to be outside, open a window. If you can't get outside, open a window. Get natural light as the sun is rising into your eyes, and ideally on as much of your skin as possible. That's going to send messages back to your brain and your clock mechanisms that are in your head and in all of your cells of your body, all of your organ systems. They have these clock genes. They need to be coordinated, all right? That's very, very important for your overall metabolism. Ties back to that POMC that we talked about earlier and your leptin signaling. Really important, all right? So get that morning light in your eyes, on your skin. Number 2, keep a regular sleep schedule. So going to bed at the same time every day is very important, and waking up. Eventually you will not need an alarm clock to wake up. You will not need your phone in your vicinity to wake up, because your body's circadian rhythms will be optimized with the light and dark cycle of the day. As soon as the sun is coming up, your body naturally wakes up. Very, very important. All right. Number 3 is you got to block that blue light. So again, cover up your skin. If you've got lights or screens on after dark in your home and they're not proper circadian lights, which most people don't, if it's not firelight or candlelight, then most people have artificial lights on. Try to keep it as dark as possible, but if you do have lights on, make sure you're wearing your blue light blocking glasses. Again, closer to bed, I actually wear the red lensed ones, and make sure you're covering up your skin. Really, really important for getting that good night's sleep. In the presence of blue light, that's telling your brain that it's the middle of the day, you will not be able to properly secrete your melatonin. So that's going to mess up your sleep. And I'm always talking about your own melatonin, not taking a melatonin supplement, as we talked about earlier. All right, number 4 is your sleep position. So you want to ideally, and what the research shows, which is actually interesting because this is usually just inherently how I sleep, you want to have your head slightly elevated, so most people use a pillow, and sleep on your side. And then there's some other, reports of saying that, having your head actually face in a certain direction to the south might be more beneficial than having your head in another direction. Now, how many people sleep with their head to the south, their feet towards the north? Anybody? Put a 1 in the comments if you're that person and you sleep on your side, because I'm curious about this. All right. Now, let's continue. Number 5, turn off the lights, so make it as dark as possible is going to be really, really important. In terms, Dawn, yes? Okay, you sleep with your head to the south. Barb, I'm not the only one. Okay, Dave, Alexa, all right, perfect. Tony, Kathy, I'm surprised actually. Anne Louise, Anton, everybody sleeps with their head more to the south and on your side. Amazing. Happy Sunshine, Cheryl Jean, Nadia, Tea Flower Zone, yes? All right, there we go. Lisa Marie. Yeah, some people say head to the north, feet to the south, but some of the research that I've looked at is head to the south. And of course, it's variable, and everybody has to do what works best for them, of course, for their sleep. All right, Deborah is a side sleeper as well. Yeah, okay, awesome. All right, let's continue. So turn off your lights. So making it very dark, especially after the sun has set, is very important for your circadian biologies. Number 6 is red lights are better. So if you have the old-fashioned incandescent light bulbs, those are going to be better. Candlelight, firelight is going to be the best, and you can purchase red lights that are definitely going to be better in terms of your circadian biology after the sun has set. Okay, number 7, magnesium in the morning, which I know is against what everybody tells you, coral calcium and K2 before bed. So if you do supplement, magnesium in the morning is actually very helpful for your nervous system, for the proper beating of your heart, for your metabolism of your carbs, your fats, and your proteins. I don't like magnesium close to bedtime. And if you are supplementing with calcium, a coral calcium is going to have your highest absorption. You always want to take it with vitamin K2 to direct that calcium where to go. But the coral calcium can be really helpful for a good night's sleep. And it has something to do with what's going on with your pineal gland and potentially maybe some fluoride toxicity there and getting that good night's sleep. Okay, just make sure that it's high quality whole food supplements, again, without the fillers and flow agents. That's something that I talk a lot about in a lot of my content. So if you're looking for something and more information about what to avoid in your vitamins and all the toxins and chemicals, please check out my videos on that. Okay, number 8 is herbal medicine. So my favorite combo for sleep is called VSPL. Sounds like a pumpkin spice latte. No, it's valerian, skullcap, passion flower, and lemon balm. And that combination of the herbal medicines, VSPL, there you go, is fantastic for sleep. It's something that if you really need an extra boost, something naturally to help with sleep, again, without the side effects of being addictive, and it's habit forming, and it won't cause a hangover effect in the morning. These are my favorite combo, okay? Perfect for getting that good night's sleep. And usually you take these in combination together about a half an hour before bedtime. Okay, and number 9 is something called cognitive shuffling, okay? I'm gonna show you what this is. This is super cool because it's a little trick that I do in terms of how you can sort of trick your brain into falling asleep. And I think it's something that you can start using tonight if you have difficulty sleeping, you're a poor sleeper, somebody that you know has difficulty sleeping. Even for kids, this is something that you can teach them to help them to get to sleep very quickly. And of course, it's all natural. And I need the board for that. So we're gonna go over here, and this is how to fall asleep in 5 minutes or less, maybe even like 2 minutes or less, because it is called that cognitive shuffling. Okay, so you're gonna pick a word, all right? I picked a long word as an example. So, for instance, basketball. For those of you who don't know, I am a basketball mom and have all my kids play basketball. All right, so This is a good word. All right, are we ready? So you pick a word, any word. It can be any word that you like, all right? Now what you're gonna do is you take the first letter as you're trying to fall asleep, and you're like, maybe you've got those, you know, the monkey mind, those thoughts are running through your head, and you're thinking about what you did today and what went wrong or what wasn't good, or you're excited about something and you just can't fall asleep. Okay, so you pick your word, and you start with the first letter. And then you're going to think of every word possible that starts with the letter B, all right? So, for instance, give me some, everybody, give me some. Ball, bat, bath. And it doesn't have to be a noun, it can be it can be a person's name, baby. So think of all the words that you can. Okay, blue light, Mary, beautiful, Safrina, love that, banana, beautiful. Okay, so all the words that you can think of that starts with B. Now, what this is doing, the cognitive shuffling, is mimicking sort of what actually happens to your brain as you're falling asleep, because your brain will go through these random thoughts without your full awareness as you're getting into the deeper stages of sleep. So you're kind of forcing this. Okay, I see some funny words. I'm not going to put those ones down. VJ and Prakfit. No, I'm not going to put those, but those are funny. Okay, Trizel, yes, blueberries, book, Puff Diddy, I'm not putting that one down. Really funny. Okay, we've got a lot of jokers here today. This is actually funny. Okay, all right. Sounds good. All right, so we got all the B words. Then, after you've exhausted your brain and all the B words, then you go to the next letter in your word, A. So, give me some A words. Apple. What else? Atom. Oops. And what? Ape. Okay, we got ape. What else do we have? Just give me more A words. Here we go. Yes, here we go. I love the funny words coming in. Okay. One of these days I'm going to make a mistake and it's just going to go up there. Yeah, what else? Aardvark. Yeah, aardvark. Did I have that one? No, I thought aardvark was good. Andy. Okay, Allison, Adam, I like that one. This is good. Art. Perfect. Okay, there we go. So you get the idea. Then you go, once you exhaust your brain of all the A's, then you go to the S. And then you can see how over time, and then just keep going through your word. Now, you don't maybe pick a big word like basketball like I did, but I just think it's fun because who knows how long it's going to take you to fall asleep, but you'll start to drift off, usually by the third letter. It is incredible. And I've tried this myself. And I think it's not like counting sheep, and it's not like other, things that historically I was told as a kid, yeah, just count, right? No, it doesn't always work because it becomes too ingrained. So this is a way that randomly your brain is going to be able to shut down, and soon enough you're going to be fast asleep. So I hope you love that. Please use that. It's called cognitive shuffling to help you to sleep. Those other herbal medicines that I mentioned earlier, fantastic as well. Okay, we're going back to the beauty set really quickly, and we're going to talk about how we can boost our cheekbones naturally. If you're just tuning in right now, today we talked a little bit about the castor oil pack. One of the things I failed to mention, as I see my poop platter here, is that the castor oil pack, if you do have chronic constipation, is something that's fantastic that can actually help you with your poop. So if you've got the poops kind of like that, look like this, those meatball poops, the rabbit pellet poops, which seem to have been, there we go, the rabbit pellet poops. So severe constipation, that castor oil pack can really help to get your poops moving, which is really, really fantastic as well. If you have lighter colored poops that are floating, that's an indication of that liver gallbladder health. That might not be the best thing. Ideally, your poops should be sinking and they should be dark. And, if they're not, then that castor oil pack, especially over the liver, can really help with that liver function by getting things moving. Remember, it's helping to bring blood flow and detoxification aspects when you're doing that castor oil pack on the abdomen. So it can really get things going in terms of healthy poops. All right, I hope that makes sense. All right, so how can we boost up our cheekbones? This is something that is amazing. So all you're gonna do with your mouth, now you're gonna mew first. Does everybody remember what mewing is? So putting your tongue on the roof of your mouth and just having it sit in its natural position on the roof of your mouth. And then what we're gonna do So it's going to be hard. I'll explain it first and then I'll show you how to do it. Then you're going to make an O with your mouth with your tongue on the roof of your mouth. So you're sort of pressing a little bit up, just slightly, with your tongue towards the roof of your mouth. Then what you're doing is making an O with your mouth, and then you're going to help just try to kind of like do a bunny nose, but I'm exaggerating right now. You're trying to squeeze this muscle right here. All right, so here you can see the zygomaticus minor and major muscles, a little bit of the levator as well, but we're mostly trying to work that muscle right there, and that helps to actually boost up this muscle, and you can have the look of higher cheekbones, which when you boost up this muscle helps to lift your entire face for a natural facelift. All right, are we ready? Okay, so mewing first, so your tongue, and I want everybody to do this. I know I can't see you, but I want everybody to be participating in this one. Okay, so on the roof of your mouth, put your tongue there, push up slightly with your tongue, and then you're gonna make an O. It's tricky. And then now what you can do also is you can hold your skin back, so you kind of have a tightening effect like this. And just contract this muscle. You're gonna do 10 repetitions. Okay, is everybody trying it? Please give me, okay, take a break for a second. Give me a thumbs up if everybody's trying this right now, because I can't see you. This is where honesty is the best policy here. Who's trying it? Yes, we're doing it. All right, Mary, you're doing it. Okay, awesome. And Sandy, thank you for tuning in. Ahmad, Deborah, Yuri, Puff Diddy is doing it. Teresa, Addie. All right, Anton, yes, we're all here. Much joy. All right, Olga, yes, we've got it. We've got it. All right, here we go. Okay, so let's try again. Putting that tongue up, holding your skin back. It's hard with my glasses on. Okay, let me do this. Here we go. Like this. Don't forget the tongue on the roof of your mouth. And you do about 10 contractions. It actually, you can feel it like you're working your bicep. That muscle gets tired. You take a little bit of a break, and then you do it again. 10 contractions. Do this 3 times a day. It is amazing. Okay, I hope you love that. And you will see changes very quickly, because that muscle actually builds up very quickly. So if you're looking, you know, what happens with age, of course, we know that we lose some of that muscle, tension in our muscles, and things can start to fall. You're gonna see that you can build that muscle very quickly. All right, Philip, you love it? Okay, awesome. I'm glad you're doing it. Thank you, Christy, for the follow. Great to have you here today. I am Dr. Janine. Sorry, it makes you yawn. Yeah, it can. It can make you yawn. And yawning is actually good for your facial muscles as well. It's it's not only helping you to bring oxygenation, but also helps with your facial muscles. All right, JC, you can feel it. I know, isn't it amazing? I know, it's amazing. So do that, and do that over the next week, and we can kind of check and see how everybody is doing next week with their facial exercises. All right, guess what time it is? Okay, it's quiz question number 3 time, and here's a tough question. So if you were here since probably mid-show or so, we talked about it at the beginning of the show as well. And we talked about it last week. It was part of your homework as a little hint. That's going to be about our quiz question. We are playing for a prize, so please make sure you're participating. Even if you don't know the answer, it doesn't matter. Just put something into the comments to participate. And here we go. We're playing for the Vita Detox from our great friends, our sponsor at VitaTree Nutritionals Whole Food Vitamins. Okay, is everybody ready? Here we go. This is our quiz question number 3. What does POMC stand for? You got 30 seconds. Let's. All right. All right, everybody. Go. Answers in, I hope so. What does POMC stand for? Let's see. Okay, I like that answer, Lori. That's actually funny. Oh, yes, Eva. Wow, 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 wow. You almost had it. Yes, SZ has it. Free to Explore It has it. Wow, this is very, very impressive. Elaine has it. Good job. Tech Avenue, Kenya. Cindy Garabia. Did I say that right? I'm sorry. Anybody else? Good job. There's lots of science people here. Good, Howlish Evans. Yes, yes, yes. Let's reveal really quickly. Good job, everyone. All right, pro-opio melanocortin. Yes, POMC. We'll continue the conversation in the next show when I'm back. There's a smidge of a chance that I'm not here next week. However, that's not set in stone yet, so we'll see. All right, but I am here tomorrow absolutely for our Q&A, so make sure you're tuning in tomorrow for our Q&A. I appreciate all the new followers that came in today. So tomorrow, please tune in tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, that is our Q&A, so if you do have questions and things that we went through today, we can review a little bit about that exercise as well tomorrow, and we'll see how everybody's doing, and we'll do that tomorrow. Thanks for having being part of such a great show today. I appreciate all of my new followers. Thank you for hitting that like button, for sharing today's live. Check out, if you are new to my content, please start looking at a lot of my videos, and you're going to learn a lot in terms of how to take care of yourself naturally from the inside out. It was great to have you all here today. Love you all. You are the best. I do have the best followers on the planet. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.